In this video, we're going to be using the Castle Forbes Lime Shaving Cream and the Charcoal Goods Level 2 Razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you, and as mentioned before, today we're going to be using the Castle Forbes Lime Shaving Cream, and this was kindly sent to me by the inspector from the Inspector's Den, and this is out of Scotland. Really nice, bright lime scent. I would call this, as far as lime scents go, towards the strong end of the spectrum in terms of scent strength. Very nice, robust, bright lime. It's not an inexpensive cream. On Amazon, it's $38, and I've seen at the shaving shops, it varies. I've seen it as high as $45. I've seen it as low as $38, and that comes in at our cost, on our cost chart, it should say, at $5.58 per ounce, which is in the pricey range, and you get 6.76 ounces. But very good quality cream out of Scotland. We look forward to using this today. We'll show you the ingredients right there, just so you can see what's in it. Today, we're also going to be using the, I want to get a little cooling going this morning. We're going to be using the ice tube from PAA just to add a little menthol to the mix. And also, I mixed up in my lather a little bit of the menthol crystals out of the chill mill. This is just like a salt or pepper grinder, and you just grind it into your bowl. And so we're going to try to get some cooling with that lime today. The blade for today will be the Gillette Winner, which was kindly sent to me by Kim Gray. This is a blade out of India, and I believe that gentleman is a cricket player, very famous in India. The razor today is one of my absolute favorite razors of all time. Thanks to Brian Lynch for selling this to me. Charcoal Goods Level 2, just tremendous. When you think of an artisan razor maker, Charcoal Goods hits the spot. It's absolutely beautiful for my taste. Some people say they don't like it, but I really like it. I think it looks fantastic, and we look forward to using it today. Oh, I want to remind you, if you're interested in the Bailey's Irish Coffee from PAA, or the Twee, or this tube, which is a green Irish Tweed cube, get it now before the end of the month. I'll have some links for you below, because at the end of March, the Bailey's Irish Coffee, the Tricolor label soap, and the Twee will be gone from PAA until next year. So get it now. Okay, let's get going with our shave today. Let's go ahead and wet the face, and this is just plain water. And again, I'll remind you, links for the products I'm using today will be below. And let's start off with a little bit of menthol from this is the ice tube. And we're going to combine the lime from the Castle Forbes and a little bit of menthol, and hopefully enjoy the heck out of this shave. Today we're using we're using the Saville brush. This is the 3824, and I have struggled with this brush a little bit. So if my lather is poor today, it's not because of the cream, because if you can see that is a nice bowl of lather in there. It's just because of my struggling with Badger brushes, because I don't use them often, but we hope we'll do better today, but that remains to be seen. But I promise you that Castle Forbes, in terms of making a lather, it makes lather easily and willingly without a lot of coaxing, and it will be just fine. My ability to use this Badger brush, a little bit different, and I've been trying to sort of break it in by using it for head shaves, and it's working some, I think, but we'll see how we do with it today. No problems so far. It is a very soft knot. I think this loft is just set a little short for my preference, but otherwise the actual Badger hair, very soft, which is, I think, a characteristic of Saville. I just wish this knot was set a little bit higher, because I absolutely love the one that Scott Peaceful Shaver gifted me. I think that was a 328. Absolutely beautiful. I love that brush. This one I don't love as much, but we've been trying to make it work, and we'll see how it goes. Just rinsing off the handle there a little bit. We'll set that aside and cut that back. The weather here has been it's been pretty nice. This morning though, it's 30 degrees outside, which is, I wrote it down, it's like minus 1.1 Celsius. But this evening, or this afternoon, say by 1, it'll be 75 Fahrenheit, which is 23.8 Celsius. So in the mornings, it's been cool. Oh man, that is so nice. In the mornings, it's been cool, but in the afternoons, quite warm. I am digging that warm weather. Man, that just feels wonderful. This charcoal razor is a very smooth and efficient razor. This is a level 2 plate. I probably prefer the level 3, but honestly, this one feels great. And the blade today is feeling great too. And again, this was sent to me by Kim. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate you. It's one of the blades I've never tried. And man, I love this razor. This is absolutely one of my all-time favorites. Oh man, what a nice razor. Now, I know my good friend David Gonzalez, he tried this razor and didn't like it at all. He said it shaped kind of like a Merkur 34C, but I like the 34C. And you do get some blade feel on this razor. This is not one of those razors that you get no blade feel from. It's just a nice, smooth, easygoing shaver though. It's not intimidating in any way. And I am getting some good menthol cooling between the chill mill and the ice tube. My face is definitely getting that cooling. And I think menthol works really nice with the lime scents. It kind of goes together. And that is feeling good. I'm really, really enjoying that. Oh, very nice. Again, I remind you, if you want those March releases from PAA, the Bailey's Irish Coffee. Now, I don't know if the Bailey's Irish Coffee will be coming back next year. So if you want it, I suggest you get it. But the Twee and the tricolor label, and the tricolor label is kind of an Irish mousse scent. Get those before the end of this month. So you got a couple of days left or a day left. So grab them if you please. Oh man, that was an excellent first pass. That was really, really enjoyable. The menthol with that Castle Forbes is a great match. And I just love lime. You know, I was asking Douglas from PAA the other day if he would consider bringing back the lime ice sage scent, because he really doesn't have a straight lime or something that's really lime prominent that I'm aware of. So if you would like to see PAA bring back the lime ice sage this summer, please aggravate Douglas about it. Hit him up and tell him you would like to see it, because I would love to see that back, because I don't have it. I used to have it, but I don't have it, and I would like to grab that one. And I thought it was a really nice scent. But he said oftentimes people want lime, but they don't always sell that great, you know. So let him know of your interest. If you are interested, please. That way we can get that nice lime ice sage back. And again, my lathering with badgers and my ability to successfully smooth everything out is not that great. And I think it's partially because I think the hair on badger is a little bit thicker, so it tends to make those lines and so on. And I'm used to those very soft synthetics, which are smaller in diameter, and they sort of smooth things out a little bit easier for me. But this will be good enough. There's plenty enough slickness in that lather that it'll be fine, but I'm not as good painting with these badgers by any stretch of the imagination. Rinse that down. But I'll say today, it's not going badly, at least. I could do better, but it's not going badly. The main thing that I dislike about badger brushes is they don't always willingly give up the lather as easily as synthetics. I've never owned a synthetic brush that didn't give back the lather easily. Like when you're painting, it lets go of it quite easy, is what I mean. Or even when you're scrubbing, they let go of the lather very easily. They don't hold on to it. Some natural hair brushes tend to hold on to it and you have to coax it out, and that annoys me. And why be annoyed when you're shaving? You know, we have enough gear to where we should always be using something enjoyable. And so this brush, for me, the verdict is out on. I love that one Scott sent me, but this one feels a lot different. And so I was thinking he might have opened the door to me really liking a brand of brush, but my first one that I bought, I'm not super enthusiastic about. So, you know, what are you gonna do? But I will say it's working fine. It's just me, and it's all about preference and what you like. Many people would like this brush. I like my brushes. I left the loft set pretty high, and a lot of people would call that floppy. But since I have no reason whatsoever to scrub, and I actually don't want to scrub because my face doesn't actually like a lot of scrubbing, I don't want the loft set low, and I'm not looking to scrub at all, because I've just learned over the years that my face responds better with just painting and taking it easy, and that works very, very well for me. So if this loft was set higher, I would probably like it a lot more, because the other one is, and you can just tell when you set them close together, the loft is much, much higher. And when the loft is higher, it also splays easier. And in my opinion, it lets go of the lather a lot of times easier. And so it makes it a little bit easier to work with. All right, let's rehydrate a little bit here. And man, I'm getting some great cooling from from this menthol. Very enjoyable indeed. But I will say, even when I'm, doing this scrubbing action here, it's not rough whatsoever, and that's good. So there's really not any roughness in this brush, which I think is terrific. The badger hair, very, very soft. There's nothing scritchy about it, and so that's why I'm continuing to try it. If it was scritchy or scratchy, I probably wouldn't mess with it, but this one is not. And so just a matter of me learning to work this brush in a manner it will release the lather and paint it on a little bit easier there. Let's just try to get it distributed, and half of it's running down my hand there. Rinse that off a little bit so I'm not. And again, I've got so much water in it now from the rinsing that it's sort of running a little bit, but we won't worry too much about it. Again, it's completely different experience here. When you're used to using a synthetic, things they don't work exactly the same way, and it's you just have to continue to work with it. But for me, this one is mostly annoying because it just doesn't paint the way I want it to. And it mostly is my lack of experience in recent years with badger. Now, I used a lot of badger early on. I bought all the badgers you can think of. And then once I started using synthetics, I never looked back. I was like, why bother? A little chunk of, it might be a menthol crystal in there, but not gonna work. Anyway, I could fool around with it all day, but I'm not gonna get it any better. So let's just cut this back and get back to shaving and not worrying about that brush. I just don't know that me and that brush are a match. And a number of people have already reached out to me about that brush if I don't like it. So it's already spoken for if I decide it's not for me. It's okay, it's just not, I don't love it. And so I thought Scott sending me that 3328 was opening a door, but again, it's just not my preference. However, if you love badger or boar or whatever, then please press on and use them and just try to enjoy it. But for me, if I'm gonna come in here and sort of just not really enjoy it, it's not anything that I will keep if it's gonna be a pain. I just wanna come in here and enjoy the shaves the way I enjoy the shaves, And I'll tell you right now, the razor and the cream, I'm digging it. I'm really appreciating the cooling from the chill mill and the ice tube. Some great cooling there. And I think it goes really nice with lime. I don't know why that is. It just, lime scents are great for menthol, I think. And even though it's cold outside right now, it's below freezing at 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm really enjoying the cooling. But again, like I said, later it'll be 75, so that'll be quite warm. And in the sun, it will feel dramatically warmer than 75. And again, Don't judge the Castle Forbes by the way this lather looks on the final pass, because it's a good cream. It's very slick. It is pricey, but it's a good cream. And it has a really great lime scent, I think. I really love it. As far as lime scents go, it's one of the better ones, I think. But don't forget, as I mentioned before, if you want to see that lime sage ice back from PAA, make sure to reach out to Douglas and tell him you'd like to see it, and maybe he'll consider bringing it back. If there's demand, he's not stubborn in that he'll bring things back if people want it, you know, if he hears enough requests. So if lime sage ice sounds good to you and you like PAA, shoot him a message or email and say, hey, bring it back. Come on, we want it. I know I want it. All right. Plenty of good slickness behind there from the cream. The face is cooling. Man, really nice. Spectacular razor here. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okay, let me rinse the face and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse. We followed that with an alum. We had a little conversation with it. It had nothing to say. There was no stinging. Followed that with a cold rinse. Then we toweled off with our Lancaster towel. And of course, applied the Thayer's Witch Hazel. This is cucumber magic because it's made by witches. Phenomenal shave today. I really, really enjoyed the Castle Forbes lime. Beautiful, in my opinion, strongly scented lime cream. Really, really nice. The charcoal level 2, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful artisanal razors that I've ever seen. It's just phenomenal. The Gillette Winter Blade from Kim Gray was excellent in that razor. And of course we used the Saville. It's just meh for me, this particular one, but we'll keep working with it to see how it goes. We used the lime tube, which was added some really nice cooling chill mill. And of course we'll remind you today, if you want this tube, which is the Green Irish Tweed Cube, the Bailey's Irish Coffee, or the Tricolor or Tweed, get it now because time is running out on that from PAA. Okay, let's close it out today with this is Booster Ice Lime, which is a nice bright lime scent. And we're gonna be off to the races and having a magnificent day. And I hope wherever you are, you have excellent shaves and you have an excellent day as well. Thanks so much for joining me. I've been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.